Okay.
Anything else? 10-year auction. What's our 10-year doing here?
Bonds are at the highs of the day, so yields at the low,
Yields coming back.
4.065% in the 10-year.
Right, and our Fed watch. How are we looking over there? Do we
Let's
have
take a look.
December 10th is the next FOMC. We need to find one.
65.4%
Oh,
on the
okay.
quarter point rate cut.
I added 3 more, but I'm going to be quick to cut it if this gets back into 600.
Oh, Braden going to signature buzzer beater. That's buzzer beater trade fast markets 6871 in the ES. You have Delta on the rise for NQ. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Yeah,
All right, I'm out.
There's a deal in DC. That's what this feels like.
Time goes by so fast.
There's a deal. That's what 25,600 last trade in NQ. Closing on overnight view up 644. 40 points to go there.
What feels like that, Andre?
We saw this the other
Is
day.
it
We saw it the other day when the aids started coming up. We saw this like turnaround out of nowhere. It just like they put the bottom in, and we just grinded higher throughout the day, and then around in power hour, headline finally hit. You know, it was an aid or something saying we got a deal or a deal's in place. It was like Thursday or Friday, and then it was like
I
no
feel like
deal.
I feel like this almost happens every day, and that's why I was okay with holding long with a larger stop loss, is that like the shorts try and make it the big one, and how often is it the big one? Infrequently.
You need
And
a
then they get
serious headline.
squeezed once it bounces here.
Yeah, it'll be a squeeze as well. When I see Emery coming in saying QM Delta growing, I could be wrong. And when you said there's a vote this afternoon, they just put. I mean, the lows are in like that. Maybe not. It feels like it's grind higher. Braden, are you flat?
Yeah, I'm flat.
Okay. 6870 last trade in ES. I could be wrong. Just a hunch.
NASDAQ 600 gonna be the sticky number today.
600s, yeah.
Yep.
Let's trade 25,583. Dow turning around a little bit as well. 48,390. 73% long on the tilt in the ES. 73% long.
In
Average
the
price.
ES, that's 68.75 is the level.
Average price of those longs 68.89. 68.89. Gold now beneath 4,200. Trading 41.95. Now 96s. Oh, again, pin at the top of the chat. Group coaching. Form for group coaching questions. Get those in. A lot of things to ask. Ask that question. Who's in the chat? Ask that question about going to market or joining Ask. Market orders versus limit orders. That was a good one. 73% long in crude. Crude grinding lower.
NASDAQ looks like it wants to sell back off down, test the lows again, but
It does, but it also feels like he can get really choppy around 600s. That's the issue here. Try not to risk a ton of the profit I made today.
Mm-hmm.
oh, you're up 2,000.
Yeah.
And now back to 69% long in the ES. Was just up to 73% long. What else? We got 10-year auction again at noon Central.
I'm short.
Okay.
I'm short here at 59, looking for low a day here.
25,559. Jack, what are you seeing in options? Haven't really hit you up on the options. Anything?
Well, until we broke it, I mean, that 68.75 level was kind of where I thought we were golden on that trade at first, but teaches me a lesson not to be on the opposite side of Braden. Other areas, I mean, kind of far away. Let me see what I can do here. 68.50, I guess, would be in the futures is where I see something like the put wall starting for the 0 date options in the SPX. Down to 6,800 would be 68.25 if we really start going in the futures.
6825. Gold. Tesla's 4200s. Essentially, 4203. 4203. High a dig. And gold up like $50 in the last hour and a half.
Yeah, still hovering around that 4,200. Man, that's impressive.
Remember 4,000s was the magnet like
Yeah,
a few days ago?
it was for a week or two.
No, 5204. I'm sorry, 4201 trading in gold. Was not done. I know. That wasn't done this one earlier.
Gold is back on the menu for slow markets.
Okay. Speaking of slow markets, 7:30 p.m. Central on Top Step TV, Sunday through Thursday to Wednesday. So who will be joining you in slow markets?
Wednesday is going to be Coach Jay. And with what I'm seeing in gold, it's going to be a good one. Like I said, gold's back on the menu. And we've been seeing some amazing price action. Braden, you trade about that time as well. And it's been, I mean, for months now, it's been great trading.
Again, all-time highs in gold, 43.94, 43.94 or so, 43.99. All-time highs in gold. I guess I can pull it up right now. I have it in front of me.
Basically 4,400.
43.98 all-time highs in gold. We hit that October 21st. 68.67 last trade ES. 25,559. 5.7s in trading. Gotta quit reading the chat in NASDAQ. Range short from 559. About 10 minutes here in fast markets. And after that, of course, yes, we have. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Trade with Top Step, Coach J, Aaron E, Dolby Time. Group coaching, get those questions in. Robert, Return of the Riz will be at noon.
The Riz.
Yes. Hoop and Gabe. Jack Soul. Oh, great. Soul will be joining Jack and Dolby. Power Players 1 p.m. Then Mandy, Dolby, and myself in Power Hour. Braden looking for a. All right, ES.
There's
over. Here we go.
Some momentum.
Yes, please sell. Come on, 100-point banger.
I'm with you.
VIX to 100. Let's do it.
68.65 in the ES. Low 68.54. 64. Maybe Braden in slow market someday? Question mark.
Oh. Yeah, Braden. What's your thoughts on that?
He's in a trade.
Yeah, I'm whenever you'd have me. I'm totally down to go on slow markets. That'd be fun.
We just put you on the spot.
The schedule's open.
He loves trading. Always checking on the mobile, no matter where he is on this planet. Always checking in on the markets. Disneyland, doesn't matter.
All right, let's get you on, man. Let's get you on. I'm going to put a note here.
Slow markets, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, Sunday through Thursday on Top Step TV.
Braden on slow markets.
Yeah, 10 minutes till end of fast markets. I do want to. All right, let's bring this in. I know it's kind of a weird segue, but the Pope, he's a Chicago guy. I want everyone to see this because he reveals his favorite movies. There's no real way to shoehorn this in, but I want to see what Pope Leo's favorite movies are before we get out of here on Fast Markets.
Pope Leo is revealing his all-time favorite films. The Vatican shared 4 of the Pope's choices ahead of his upcoming meeting with prominent figures in the film industry. The oldest film on the list is It's a Wonderful Life, which came out in 1946. Next is the 1965 classic The Sound of Music. Leo also chose the 1980 movie Ordinary People, directed by Robert Redford. And last was Life is Beautiful, the 1997 film by Roberto Benigni. The Pope's list of movies will surely be brought up when the Pope welcomes a number of Hollywood stars and executives this Saturday, including Spike Lee and Cate Blanchett. The Vatican says the Pope wants to deepen the dialogue with movie makers about promoting human values.
There you go. Sounds like the Pope stopped
missing
watching
list.
movies. Pope stopped watching movies
Avatar 2.
after 2000. Just hasn't watched. I had to. All right, we're
American
rolling over.
Pie.
Yeah, American Pie. Braden.
Whoa,
what,
yeah, that's left field. Left field on that one.
what do you mean horrible taste? He's the Pope. What did you think that? What movies did you think he was gonna like? All right, we're selling off your Braden. Her order filled. Did you add into this or to profit?
I took profit. I do like adding into my trades. This feels like I do like the short idea through low of day. I don't know if I'm totally on pace with the market, although we might get the dump here. I just feel like it can get kind of sticky between like 400s and 600s. So kind of take my shorts, anywhere above like high 500s, I'm cool to take shorts, and then see profit, take profit. I think we might just chop right here a little bit. We haven't seen any crazy follow through today, so
we're going now, man.
Yeah, we are.
Now we are. Yeah.
Wait, my theory.
And Nvidia is down 0.6 in the last 5 minutes.
We are selling.
I was thinking we might bounce right there, then I could just get back in. Ugh, trading.
Oh, finally, there we go, Jack. Finally. 68.53 half. New lows in the ES NASDAQ. So 25,500.
Dang it.
NBT sell off. Oh, man.
Your stop was not the low a day now, Jack.
I have a feeling we still would have been much better off in that trade after that bounce, but yes, it was not.
Yeah, beneath the 500s.
I'm back in. One micro at 501. I'm looking for 475. Just a quick follow through here.
Love it.
Set a weak range off the 500s and just go 475. Let's see it.
New lows. We are rocking right now. Lows NASDAQ 25,492. Now 488. Braden shorts. ES 68.52. Lows put in there. Gold chilling around 42, pretty much 4,200s in gold.
Those 480s, 490s. That's yesterday's low, right? Yesterday's low we're tested.
I believe so. They're talking about the gap as well in the NQ. Yeah, we got
the gap's 300 points lower.
Okay.
250.
Bro, this is one of those days where we take low of day. Like we're stair stepping lower, but if we take low of day by like 10 points and then go into a 50, 60 point consolidation. No. I'm out. I'm done for the day on fast markets here. I tap out.
Done. What's the P&L, Braden?
2247.
2247. Nice. Real profits. Well done, Braden.
Oh yeah.
I'm
going to join you in lockout too. I'm just join you in lockout.
Oh, look at that.
There we go. Locked out. Boom.
A little bounce there. Buyer step back in. The 68.58 last trade. 68.52.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Pattern recognition. We're like stair stepping through low of day on NQ, but we break by 10, 15 points, and then we see buyers step in and recover. Ultimately, sellers, we've been under VWAP all session. We are ultimately moving lower, but we're not really seeing that breakout trade that we want to see. Keeps getting saved every kind of time it breaks new lows, it gets saved and just consolidates a little bit lower It's kind of rough. Kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's no panic or
Um,
fear or momentum.
Yeah.
yeah.
None of that momentum.
Uh-uh. Yeah, cool. 68.
Now is this the low of the day, Dakota?
I know,
We've
man.
had a few of those.
I know.
Oh man.
We can.
25,000 and a 534. We just put new lows in the Nasdaq at 488. About a 50-point bounce.
Oh.
Yes,
Micros.
uh-huh.
Micros work, right, Braden? Micros work, as they would say. One
He's
might
out.
say we're micro dosing.
He bounced. Oh, there he is. Oh, I thought he just like bounced.
Micromanagers.
I'm out of here.
No, I thought he just bounced. We got a couple of minutes.
No.
Braden, gotta ask, what will you do now? You're locked out. About $2,200. What does Braden do with the rest of his day? Will you still check on the mobile? Will you still be checking the markets on the mobile?
Yeah. Keep an eye on the close. The close is important, right? Going into slow markets, you kind of want to see how the markets, what the sentiment looked like into the close. Did we close strong? Did we close weak? Check those levels out at the close. Maybe take some more trades, but I'm a very boring guy. I'm just going to chill out a little bit. No big plans.
Well, if making $2,200 in the morning is boring, sign me up. They want to talk. Will, you got 2 minutes here. Brandon, they want to ask a little bit about your stops. What in particular? Where, why, etc. Need some more detail. I'm not sure what to ask about your stops. We got 90 seconds.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
more
was just saying,
details
just
there.
talk about your stops. Well, we'll have to stay tuned to find out more. Braden, we'll have him on here. As you sort of tell Braden, tell everyone, click like, click subscribe, click thumbs up. Damn good, fast markets. We got morning recap coming up with Coach Hoop. That's right, Coach Hoop. We're recapping what we've seen so far. And we'll follow that up with Trade with Top Step with Jay, Aaron E, and Dolby Time. But it's a lot to talk about. We are not done. Again, we got that 10-year auction at noon. We got more speakers coming up. See if there is a deal in DC. A vote scheduled to start this afternoon. And look at gold. Gold is alive and well. 4,200 now. 4,201s. 4,201s. Crude with the methodical self. Anyways, that being said, Dakota, we'll see you in slow markets this evening. Braden, job well done. Jack, we're not done here.
Get him next time.
We'll get him
We're
next
not
time.
done.
We got morning recap. Gold not done. Top Step TV's not done because it's Top Step TV. Let's go. Morning recap. Hoop coming up next. Come on.
Click like, click subscribe. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? This is Dolby Time from Top Step TV, here to talk about some of the cool new features that we have for the new dashboard. My favorite one is going to be reset banking, something that did not exist back when I was doing trading combine. So what you can do, you can bank a reset with every trading combine rebuild, and you can use it on any active account at any time. So that means if you're trading in the month of June and you don't use any resets in June, that means that free one that you typically get on your rebuild date is going to get rolled over into next month. So how cool is that?
How we doing today, traders? It's I get the inevitable task to do Hoag's recap, and boy, after this last fast market, I have a whole new mad respect for my friend Hoag, and especially the trading that went on today. So let's do a little recap. I guess you guys saw me in opening call this morning. We didn't do anything with the opening range trade this morning. Just you know, nothing really set up in the gold market this morning. Let me jump over there real quick. But boy, did it set up later. Gold did gold type things. It kind of sat around the point of control and then just took off. But we don't get to make the choices on when to take that trade. But hope a lot of you caught that gold move once we busted. Jay and I were talking about that 140, 150 area. We went up, took out 4180. We took out 4200, and gold is doing gold things. When this market gets directional, just get on board. And trying to find a way in isn't always the easiest. We did get one decent pullback, but it's been pretty much to the moon since, and we keep making higher highs as we speak right here, right now. So didn't take one there, but there was definitely plenty of opportunities. But I'm going to try and recap a little bit of what went on in fast markets today. Let's go back, and I've got my annotations in here a little bit. One of the things we had said also in opening call this morning is we were looking to buy a pullback. We got one early. Dakota took a long, 1 micro, just small at 25,701. Got a little bit of a further pullback, and Braden joined in, took one at 25,687. Braden didn't like what he saw right away and cut the trade pretty much for a scratch. And we continue to pull back. I give kudos as a trader of 30 plus years. It was nice to see a guy stay convicted a little bit about what he was looking at, even though he took a couple paper cuts. Braden got short again down here at 25,574. Got stopped out up at 25,619. One thing I've done to try and show on here is I've annotated this on a 500 tick chart because that's what Braden uses. So once again, as traders, different tools, different ways to look at things. We know Dakota looks at a 100 tick chart. Braden looks at the 500 tick chart. And one thing as a trader for me is I attached a VWAP to it, and just because it's a tool I use. And if you see this on this 500 tick, the VWAP is kind of joined in with the way the 500 tick chart works. So basically, after getting stopped out, he went from being up about $440 to down about $340. Leaned back into a short, trying to manage the risk in there. Then loaded up. Saw an opportunity of consolidation and potentially a rotation. He was looking for a test of the lows, and we did that. This market started to roll over. As a scalper, I appreciate the ability to hold a trade like he did here. And just, once again, when the market, this is, I think we always say, is I call this leaning into a short. When markets get in free fall and start going down, it's not like a zombie rally on the way up. Momentum was there. We did get some spikes up and roll over, and these would definitely be spots where a lot of people would look to maybe lighten up a little bit, but stayed convicted to the trade. Mad respect for that. Started covering down here because we've all seen the V-shaped potential bounce off of here, and started covering around here around 25,540. Exited, and I would kind of use this as a zone of 2540 to 2560 is where he peeled off most of them. And basically, we look at here, he turned a $330 losing day into a $2,500 up day. So, yeah, just once again, just believing what you're seeing and leaning into it. And the other one that I know that the house count took, Jack, I don't have you with me. I knew we did take, and this is where I pretty much, as I started annotating my chart, started getting behind the curve, pulling back the tape and trying to peel off some of what happened on the rest of fast markets. How Hogue does it in a half hour, I'll have to, when he gets back, have to talk to him about that. But once again, what basically you're seeing here is once we started to have momentum to the downside, Brain took another short in through here, and I guess you keep leaning it till it starts to come back at you. And basically, as we kind of got out of the end of fast markets, I know Dakota took a short in there. And then just basically after, if this is a zone of time you trade in a day and you take your position out, lock it up and go touch, grass. For me, it'd probably be our weather's pretty decent here. It'd be hitting the golf course. So, and I did want to, I guess I have to, I don't have a quotable quote, but I am going to use, let's see if I got it here. Tom Hugard, who's one of my favorites. We've talked about him in the past. Best loser wins. I love one of his sayings in saying, I believe in defining risk, but I don't believe in defining my reward. So that would be my, I would say, quotable quote for the day. So, Hogue, thinking of you. Hopefully, we see you back here tomorrow. And that's the morning recap.
All right, welcome back to Top Step TV and to Trade with Top Step. We got Aaron in the middle here and Dolby time as well. Aaron, Dolby, how you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Start with you, Aaron.
Yeah, I was letting you go first, Dolby. Yeah, doing good, man. Doing good. Just sort of trying to figure out what to do next with this market.
Absolutely.
Everybody
pretty aggressive sell-off in the morning. Yeah.
We're all trying to figure this out.
Yeah, exactly.
Day by day, trying to figure it out.
Do you have any theories, Aaron, on the sell-off here? Or even crude oil? I know you're doing some crude for a bit. You following that market too? I think got crushed today, or is getting crushed.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, in theory, there's peace in the Middle East, and the whole thing with Russia settled down, right? And maybe we're going to give India a break on sanctions, letting Hungary buy oil, right? So there's like all these things that are like, Trump says the US are going to do one thing, and then 20, 30 minutes later, it changes, and then it's like, oh, actually Hungary can buy Russian oil, and then the price keeps going down. So it's tough. Like I said, oil, I try not to look too much at you look at what's going on geopolitically, but then just try to find the range. Really, I just find the range with it, right? Yep. Find the range, follow the range. It usually won't go too far outside of it, right? Yeah.
It's a technical market. It's relatively well behaved, minus a random OPEC tweet or something.
Yeah, it's relatively really well behaved. Exactly. But
it's boring.
Aggressive selling in oil today, trading 58.64, extending that range to the downside. We got the S&P trading 68.65.75, and the Nasdaq trading 25.555. Aaron, in the green room, you were talking about potentially, some more downside here in the Nasdaq. What are you looking at here as far as these charts go? What we've been seeing is, aggressive sell-off, but we've gotten some pretty nice bounces as well. A couple 100-point bounces off the low of the move before we continue lower. What would get you into a trade, if anything at all, here in the Nasdaq?
I don't think it has the power to push back up, right? Certainly not up to like well into the 700s. Like, I don't think we're going to recover today. So that's my mindset. That's my bias. So any kind of like good push to like 600, 620, and then a failure, right? Start to see it failing, I'm getting in short. So that's kind of where I'm looking right now. Or even if, like, for example, we get up to like, even now we start pushing up to 600, 605, and then there's a little bit of a failure there back below 600, I would take a shot. But I'm like, look, I'm still heartbroken that the Jays won the World Series or lost the World Series. So it's taking it's taking some time out of me. Okay, I can't go too big, so I'm just going for like base hits right now. I'm really like, I'm making $200 a day. I'm happy, because it's just gonna take some time to get over the
mental capital taxed right now.
Oh,
so you gotta hang on those micros until it goes away. Nice bounce here in the Nasdaq. Freaking 70 points off those 500.
And I think, Dolby, we might need to rename this segment because this is the segment we continue to see size trade on the books here. We got a 400 lot in the Nasdaq. It's 200 now. 25,579. It was just 400. They pulled it. We have seen this 3 days in a row now. Size trading during this segment. And can this be the third day of a V-shaped recovery, or do we eventually fail? Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go up. You know what? I would even here. I don't know. I just don't believe it. I'm not buying it.
Literally and figuratively, you are not buying it.
I'm not buying it. Yeah, exactly. You got it. And funny you mentioned oil, because I always felt like oil. Yes, it's very well behaved. It's kind of like after I trade the Nasdaq, sometimes I feel like going back to oil just to like take a breath. It's kind of like, okay, all right. We're going to move. It's going to move a little slower. The Nasdaq's always this like heart attack. And then oil's kind of like you get into that old bath, you're like, soaking in. And
it's nice.
Yeah.
Using oil like a palate cleanse.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Get some lavender bath salts in there. It'll smell real nice.
I'm going to go short here. Just one mini. I'm only going for $200. I don't know. Let's see. I'm not risking that much. I'm risking 300. So Order filled.
Okay, that was easy.
Yeah.
There's 200.
There's 200. Oh.
Nice
What
job.
price
Nice
did you get
trade.
in short there? What a trade. That was
In
it?
and out.
That
Are we
was
done?
it, man. Yeah, that was it.
Oh.
Like like I said, I was only going
What
for
a
like a
trade.
couple $100. A quick little.
Sweet.
What a trade.
Well, Aaron, it was a pleasure. Feel free to sign off, come back, and great trade, man. That was good. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know,
What a
you gotta
trade.
take it, right? And I will say something I'm working on too is this now, like that trade, if I only do one trade a day, I can be very successful. Something I struggle with and I'm working on now is always that second trade. Because I'm always like, well, I've made money. I'm like, well, I've made money. You know, like I don't really want to give it back. I'm like, you know, so okay, I'm done. But obviously, like I do want to make more.
What's $200 divided by 8? All right, you made $25 an hour right there. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, that's a solid day.
Yeah. And it's US, right? Like I live in Canada. Let's not forget, right? So I'm making, you know, I mean, I guess my tax is also higher too, but we won't get into that.
That's true. You might need another winner here.
I need a whole new show if I'm going to talk about Canada's CRA. You know, I need an hour to talk about that and my issues there.
I think we have room at like 3 a.m. in the morning Central Time if you want to do your own show on Canadian
taxes. You know what? I might do it. To be honest, I would do it. Come on and just complain about the CRA and how much taxes I'm paying.
What a trade there. $200 in about 200 seconds there in that trade. It's probably even less than that. That was a really quick identification of, hey, you know what? I don't think we're going to get this bounce or a V-shaped recovery. Take the rejection, take a piece of it. And that could be it for the day. That's a perfect example of you only need one good trade. And that could be it. 25,529 last trade here in the NASDAQ, 68.6150 last trade in the S&P, gold 42.0140, and we were talking crude oil a little bit before, 58.57 last trade here in crude. Let's take a look at the tilt. Chat, let us know if you guys are in any trades. But taking a look at the tilt here, 59% long in the S&P, 55% long in the NASDAQ, 80% long in crude oil. Trying to call the bottom of the barrel there in crude, and 53% long in gold, 59.06 average price in crude oil. So they are down some money right now. 59.06, looking for the lows here in crude. All right, so Aaron, do you wrap it up there? Do you hit the lockout button? That's a winning day as far as the XFA goes.
Yeah, I probably will. I mean, I want to keep looking, and I do also want to entertain your people, and our people, right? So I'm not going to lock out just yet. I want to keep an eye out for it, but
okay.
I do actually have a lot of self-control, believe it or not, depending on who you ask, right?
Nice.
So there's an old saying in a movie I like where he's like, oh, it's a war movie, and he's like, oh, your safety's not on in the meal hall, and he's like, this is my safety. So
there you go.
So I can resist, right? And if something comes up, I mean, like I said, I wasn't so confident that this is going to go for like a 40-point drop here, right? So that's why I just wanted to kind of get in, get out. And now let's just see what happens, right? But if this starts selling off, I think it's still a good short. Like if we start to push back, if we fail one more time, I mean, that's what, a little 1, 2, 3. That's like 3 little fails. How many times can you try something and it not work before you give up, right?
Yep.
Market's
right. A little fails went to the market.
Yeah. So, if it tries one more time, if we see that kind of push up into that 600 range and it fails, and it starts to really come down, I think you can get in on another short there, and I will. I'll do it.
Gotcha. So I heard what you said there. We do want to entertain, but that's what we got Dolby in the house account for. So if you do have a trade idea and you want to protect those profits that you made, again, that is a winning day on that XFA. Let us know. Dolby might take that in the house. We are still seeing some size here in the NASDAQ. Rejected at that 100 lot the last time, or 200 lot. We see 150 at 25,561 and another 150 at 25,577. Not as much size as we've been seeing on the books in this segment. We've seen a couple 500 lots get filled recently over the past couple of days, but let's see here.
Goes. For longs, we're kind of at an interesting spot. On the 4-hour chart, we have some very nice wicks starting November 10th, 11th, and today, the 12th. So some buyers have definitely come in at like the 450s, 500s. We have some nice higher lows off those 4 hours as well. Kind of curious to see if maybe we get back into the middle of this kind of like this. It's not quite a 4-hour range and it's not quite a daily range. We're kind of like stuck in between because we need one more candlestick, at least in my opinion, to have a daily range. But the 4-hour is kind of range bound, but it's more like an M pattern. But if we can get up to like the 640s, I mean, that's the midpoint of this range today. That seems pretty possible. We also do have potential government news coming out. Maybe they can get some of that resolved.
Ooh.
But I would be interested in actually in longs underneath 500 just because I think they'd be pretty cheap. I also don't know if this has the juice to like totally sell off. We don't really have a ton of news right now, and most of it is, I wouldn't say bullish, but pretty neutral.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty neutral. This might be one of the last days that we get to just trade clean price action, right? We were talking in the green room. Was there really a reason for this sell-off in the traditional sense of a reason, right? Was there a headline or anything that came out? There wasn't. It just kind of felt like a technical sell-off. We know that with the government shutdown, we haven't been getting some of the economic data, but if it comes to an end, then that's something that we have to look out for. But I'm with you, Dobie. If nothing comes out, do we continue lower? This has been a spot we've bounced a couple times here. Those under 500 you were talking about, we have that 200 moving average on the 30-minute in the NASDAQ, right around 502, 504. So could be an interesting spot to look. We can see it on the chart here, already a decent spot to bounce.
I mean, just there's so many good opportunities to scalp today because the volatility is so good. So if you do have a nice technical setup that you like, I think there's a lot of opportunity on either sides to, kind of do what Aaron did, which is just get $200, risk a little bit. You can make a little bit. The markets are moving. You can easily get 10, 20, 30 points in this sort of volatility. You just got to be patient, wait for your setups. I'm looking at the daily chart now. I wish I looked at this before I started doing stuff this morning, but we kind of have a I forget what we call this, sort of like a treetop high here in the NASDAQ between like 870s and 404s, like 26,404 and 25,860, 870. And I kind of wonder, Jay, if our failure to break back into that range right around, I'd say the 860s, maybe it was a sort of like come failed moves, come fast moves sort of sell off, and maybe buyers are just weren't so keen on pushing price there. Maybe they want to get a little bit more of a discount before they decide to maybe make new highs or start testing again.
That 800 level, we were talking about that during the opening call, right? Where we had price trade above it this morning. Volume never got up there, right? VWAP never got higher than 25,750 in the NASDAQ. And the question was, if we don't find any new buyers up at those 800s, what happens? And all the late buyers got to sell, and we saw aggressive sell-off. Trading 25,560 right now in the NASDAQ, 68.5 in the S&P.
Kind of curious to see if shorting one right here, one or two might be pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, I think
kind
also
of building long.
I was just going to say, I think also there is a lot of unsureness right now, up or down, with what's going to happen with Supreme Court, with tariffs. And it's just this sort of like, it's not very, very often you have a Supreme Court deciding on essentially federal policy. And so what's going to happen, right? How does every market react globally, right? As much as we like to think of the United States as like a fishbowl, right? It's there globally. What will happen? What's going, like, even the Canadian dollar, like that's even that, like right now that's going like this. If tariffs go away, all of a sudden all of our trade returns and that Canadian dollar is gonna move. And then does oil move with it now? Because right, all of a sudden we're pushing more oil. So there's just so much tied to it that I think the markets are a little not so sure. So that's why I wouldn't buy like a long big sell-off. I do agree with you. I think that this was a bit more of a technical sell-off of just it's been at the top for a while. There's an opportunity to, as much as they're saying AI is maybe overvalued, and yes, there's the fear that someone's going to come in and do it cheaper. I don't think that really was what was behind this. I think it's just the news trying to figure out a reason why it's happening. You know, it's like you need something to talk about and to say, hey, this is why it's happening. But I think you're actually more dead on to saying this is a bit more of a substantiated.
Do you trade the Canadian dollar at all?
Only with my US dollars that I hold.
Oh, there you go.
I'm long the US dollar.
Nice. There you go. Great answer.
Yeah, but no, I don't really. I haven't really gotten into forex. You know, I've recently figured out some creative ways to completely legal, quote unquote, to move Canadian dollar to US and vice versa. Through buying and selling ETFs. If anyone wants to know how, send me a message. I'm happy to talk with them. Because you get burned on the bank pretty hard when you do the exchanges. Actually, that's another show as well to talk about. But
that's the 4 a.m. show.
That's the 4 a.m. show. Stay for the 4 a.m. We're going to talk about how to move your money from US to Canadian.
Taxes and currency exchanges with
getting the actual bid ask on your dollar. The bank goes after you pretty hard. But no, I'm not going to really trade forex too much. I wouldn't. It moves in so granularly, right? I don't think I would. I'd take a while for me to understand that, right? Because it's moving in a. I mean, maybe I would go long on a big move and make a bet on something, but not trade it every day. Like those people that trade the euro and stuff, and they're like, they know so much about like every little pip, you know, of what it's doing, and it's like, that's too much. I would get lost.
It's for the birds. Why do that when you can just trade NASDAQ and just
right?
do whatever you want, right?
Exactly.
Just join the party.
Just join the party. Exactly.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We don't think we ever had any currency traders on Top Step TV. Like someone who just rolls up with like the 6E on their dome, like this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. I don't think I've ever seen one.
We've seen Doom take a couple of trades in the euro, micro euro. I've seen him on fast markets a couple of times, but usually he's using it as a palate cleanse, right? He's just like, hey, I can't read what the Nasdaq is doing, so I'm going to put on one micro euro. This trade is probably going to cost me 73 cents, and you know, just get my mind off of whatever the Nasdaq is doing. But if you look at the euro today, the euro currency today from the equity open, it is up 0.3%. So decent move over there. Dolby, I was telling you, I was trading with Coach Paul, you know, just kind of chatting in Discord. He's actually long the euro right now.
Oh, really? Like in futures?
On that trade,
or...
yeah. Long 6E. What looked like the high a day at the time, he said, you know what? I'm buying it. And it is up about 10 ticks from there. So nice trade, Paul.
Okay.
If you are listening.
Yeah, and I feel like there's
any traders in the
so
oh yeah,
I don't know how
you got it up here.
I don't even know how you trade that, right? It's like gappy, and you know, what are you buying 5 contracts and just leave it? I feel like those kind of things are more like you get in at the beginning of the month. You got a really good feeling.
Yeah.
I got a good feeling that the Canadian dollar's at the top. I'm going to buy a bunch of Canadian, like I'm going to short the Canadian dollar up here, whatever you're going to do, and you just leave it, right? It's not a day trade, at least not for me.
I also wonder if it's one of those markets that you need to have like a mentor kind of introduce you to the ins and outs of that market.
Yeah, well, that's the best in any market. I feel like otherwise the Nasdaq's your mentor, and it can be a little cruel.
That's
tough lessons. Tough lessons to learn.
Yeah.
It's like throw you in the pool, figure it out.
Yeah.
If you can survive, you do all right. Seeing a little bit of a push here. So Aaron, this is that kind of area that you got short the first time. Was it just the price action you saw that you liked there?
I saw it breaking out. Like I'm on a 3-minute chart, which I know does a lot of fake outs, but when it couldn't push up, I just thought, no, this is it. This is going to be a chance. And a lot of times that's how I trade. Like I'm like, it's a momentum move. I make a decision. Let's do it. This is it. It looks like it's going to fail here. And I would say more times than not, I am right. So it does work. It's like here, it's tempting me again because it is again trying to push up here. I mean, where did it get to?
It's a really interesting spot. These 568s. There's got this really nice lower high trend line that's been very well respected. We had a little bounce at 568. We've had like a triple top on the 3, maybe a quadruple top on the 3-minute. It's like all lining up at this like 567 area.
Mm-hmm. And if I didn't already take money, that's what I mean when my second trade is harder, because if I didn't already take money, any sort of break here, I'd probably do it again. But because I'm up a couple $100, I'm like, well, I want a little bit more. I want a little bit more confirmation of like.
Actually, that's a good question. That's a good question. Chat, if you are up a trade, how does it impact your psychology? Do you get more aggressive? Do you get more protective? Or do you just stay the same? Because everyone's going to react a little bit differently when they have a little bit of money in the bag. So put your answers in there.
Yeah. And I respect
Great
people
question,
that,
Dolby.
I respect people that can become more aggressive and they're like, well, no, now I'm up. I have more confidence. I move on to my next trade. Like there's a lot of value there. But yeah, I'm not there yet. I still be myself. I'm pretty protective of my capital when I have it.
It's hard too, because like, a lot of the pros say, bet for trading well, bet more. And it feels very counterintuitive because it's like, I just got this, man. And you want me to risk like even more of it? It's like, well, yeah, if you're feeling it and you're in the zone, it's like, yeah, pedal to the metal. But it's not easy to do at all.
Gold is not done here. Yeah, I see some great answers in chat.
4,200.
One person says you choke the trade and blow the account. Hopefully we're not doing that, right? Because we're talking about trades that are in profit, but we know that is a reality as well. Some people get more protective. You want to protect what you made on the day, right? You could always come back tomorrow. You could definitely understand that. Gold is just continuing to push here. 42.0670 last trade here in gold.
What's it? How much is it up right now? I get the chart up. What's it up
on the day?
Yeah,
great question. Percentage wise, gold is up 2.18%.
Wow.
Gold, platinum, silver are top 3 percentage movers on the day. Silver is less than 1% off of all-time highs. We saw the Dow make all-time highs today. Yeah, silver is a mover. Expensive contract, $25 a tick. Can get pretty expensive, especially with it moving 5% on the day. That is an opportunity to either make or lose a hell of a lot of money trading silver, depending on what side of the market you're on here.
Ooh. Breva trades. I get protective and then hesitate every good setup, then want to FOMO reverse it to not be right and have missed out. Man. Yep, trading will do that to you. That's funny. Everyone has a completely different reaction to being up on the day. I love trading so much.
Yeah. It's like the bringer.
Back to,
no, sorry,
go ahead, Aaron.
I was just going to say, it can bring you such anxiety or such relief, right? It's just how you want to take it,
Ooh, 580s. Okay, we got through those 567s. 6-7. Here we go. Can we get up to the 600s?
On the day. All right, Dolby. So we saw this a little bit yesterday. S&P is at settlement. The NASDAQ is 70 points below it right now. 60 points below it right now.
You'd think we're in like a total collapse. We're only down like 0.25%. Like it's
right.
We started off real high and then just kind of got a little bit below settlement, maybe 0.5%, but we're real close again. 0.23%. You also have to wonder about how many shorts might be trapped here, because I feel like the NASDAQ shorts get real aggressive because they've been waiting all their life for this trade and they hop into it and then just you get these ridiculous fee bounces. So we'll see if they end up covering here.
Let's see here. I want to give a shout out to a trader in the chat that I saw. 2 traders in the chat. Real John Ross says, close to a 10K month in your XFA. Great trading. We see John Ross in the chat all the time. And special shout out to a lunatic in the chat, D-Bon, trading in the VIP account, an account that they did not pay for, just with the TopStep VIP program, taking a $2,000 payout in that VIP account. So shout out to the lunatics. Shout out to you, D-Bon. Nice trading.
That's awesome.
See, 5
a little bit
broke out. Yeah.
That tilt started to build long. We got 60% long tilt, 67% long now in the S&P, 67% long in the NASDAQ, 84% long in crude oil. It's either 10 people trading crude oil right now or they've found the bottom. and
Yeah.
57% long in gold.
Into 600 level. It does look like it's going up above 600 now. I mean, it's
What's Nvidia doing? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's bidding. It's,
Palantir.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this 5-minute
Nvidia's-
chart in Nvidia, and the buyers just supported this thing like crazy at 191s. I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 12 bounces off of 191s, like 191 half. Oh, there's 600. Hello.
The real question is, what's GameStop doing?
Nothing. There isn't anything forever.
I know.
It's been between like $20 and $22 for
I know.
what feels like
Actually,
an eternity right now.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Palantir getting whacked, still down 4.25% in Palantir. Nvidia almost back to even on the day. Microsoft down 1%. Google down almost 2%. But like you said, Dolby, Nvidia is the one that matters.
Nvidia is the one that matters. I still don't know what Palantir does, to be honest. No
Little
idea.
step up.
We'll say it this way. They know what
easier.
you do, Dolby.
Yeah, exactly. They know what you do. Yeah, exactly. You know what we're all doing right now.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're on a
You
list.
gotta watch the movie War Games. If you go watch, that's Palantir. You know,
Oh,
like
classic.
Yeah, this is what they do. They built that computer. The big, the guy that like takes over and thinks it's gonna start a nuclear war. There's Palantir.
Mm-hmm. Love it. I saw him. I thought he was swinging a sword recently. I saw that in the office, in his like hiking vest or whatever. He's a weird dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, most CEOs are a little bit eccentric. You kind of have to be. Gotta have some big visions.
Yeah.
New highs here in the NASDAQ. New highs in gold, 42.1060.
Wow.
42.1060. Gold continuing to push here. NASDAQ trading 25,607. Is this the V-shaped recovery or is it not? We will see. Not really seeing that size on the book in the NASDAQ that we were seeing earlier, but back above the New York session VWAP 25,590. The S&P is as well 6807. 6870 was that price in the S&P. Back above settlement. 40 points to settlement here in the NASDAQ. Who caught this long? Aaron, nice trade also, by the way. Nice short and reasonable expectations for your trade. Got out, took your money, and no need to hold on to a bias. Seeing a push here.
Yeah.
25,620s in the.
Now I'm long. Now I'm long. Now I'm not
right. Right.
Oh, Dan Emmons with the chat. Trump administration backs bill to reopen government. Financial juice audio. Is it in the juice?
Okay.
Yep, he said he would sign it. That would do it. Dre, you called it.
There it is.
Yeah. And contracts long.
Yeah. Smash buy button.
buy everything now.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
what the market
fresh,
kind
too.
of has been waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if we tag settlement here in the NASDAQ.
I mean, even if it's. Go ahead, Aaron.
I was gonna say, I know it's hard with Trump. You never really know exactly what he's going to do, but it would have been a stretch if he didn't sign this, right? I feel like this has been quite an ongoing event that like now there's a solution to. So it might be more priced in than we think. Is all I'm saying. So I'm still not fully believing like a massive recovery here.
The only thing it might do is make shorts nervous and make them cover and get that ball rolling on shorts covering.
Yeah.
So if you guys were watching Fast Markets this morning, there was a 2,500 lot in the S&P that traded out. It was on the offer, 2,500 lot at 68.82. That is where we're trading right now. 68.81 up to 68.82. That 2,500 lot got filled. It was on the offer. That means passive seller. We got a little bit of a pullback here, but it's two sides to every trade, right? So somebody had to buy that. I'm curious to see what happens if they continue buying up in this area. 68.81 again was that price.
We're doing a good job keeping eyes on the size using that level 2. using the level 2 data and Top Step X.
Use
Jay, we're
use
really
that
close
level
to this
2 data.
Bitcoin again. We're really close to 50% retracement of this whole range.
What are you thinking,
That
Dolby?
gets us around 25,654. That's about 30 points higher from now. I mean, honestly, longs. Like, if we can pull back to 600, maybe find some support, might be a nice opportunity to get long here.
What I'm looking at, we got a New York VWAP 590s. Yeah, a retest of 600 and holding would be pretty nice here. It's been resistant so far. What was the news? The news was that the president is going to sign off on the bill to end the shutdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that he would sign it. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not buying it though. I still think it's priced in. I mean, I don't buy a big recovery here. You know,
yeah.
Let the Nasdaq prove me wrong now, of course. but
right,
you know,
right.
I'm not fully buying it. I don't think it's enough. I think a lot of that was priced in, and I think that I'm not going to say we're certainly. I don't think we're going to have a massive sell off, but I think we're going to range bound here for a little bit. Would be my bet.
Gotcha. We do have some speakers speaking right now. Bostic is speaking. Myron is speaking as well. So if we get any headlines out of that, we will let you know. We do have White House Senior Advisor Hassett saying GDP for the year will be about 2%. Inflation isn't all the way where you want it to be.
Okay.
And the government shutdown will affect this quarter's GDP. Aaron, I kind of agree with you in the sense that, you know, maybe even in the longer term, right? The government shutdown, people are expecting this to come to an end at some point, but we keep talking about it. There's still the uncertainty of all the data that comes out, right? What do those numbers look like? And the Fed still has to make a decision at the end of the year, 28 days until that next FOMC meeting. Right now, 65% probability of a 25 basis point cut. But when that data comes out, does that change? And I think that we just pass the uncertainty to someone else, right? It's like, okay, now that we've figured this out, what's the next thing that we have to look out for?
And I think a lot of the data that builds on that data wasn't even available, right? So it's like, especially as like retail traders, and I don't know what hedge funds have, but in the sense of like a lot of that data that's building on the data, no one has seen. So, and you know, the federal government makes up quite a big workforce for the U.S. economy, right? So
yes, it does.
It can't be all peaches and roses, or whatever the saying goes, right? Like there's got to be some effect. I mean, as they said, there will be, but how bad does it look when the numbers come out? And then does that cause a short-term push to the downside? That would be my bet.
Right.
That would be my bet.
A little rejection off the 30-minute range high, which was 620s. So 30-minute range is between, let's say, 491 and 621. It's about 130 points of a 30-minute range. Is that right? 130? Carry the 3? Yeah, I think that's right.
Public math, Dolby. Public math.
Just any math, really. It's tough. That's actually why I traded crude oil when I first started trading, because it traded $10 increments, and I was like, I can do that math.
Easy, yeah.
Easy math.
This is easy.
Easy math.
I like it too. I told you, it's like you get into the bathtub. You know, you're like, this is easy.
Yep.
You know, relaxing at least. At least it's not stressful. And if you want to make a decision, you have time, right? I find with oil a lot of the times, at least in the last year or two, right? You have time.
Oh yeah.
Decision, you know, it's not like boom, make a decision, go. Because even my short, it's gone, right? If I didn't take it there, it's done. I got to look for another setup. I got to do something. It's so quick. Whereas crude, you got a little bit of time. Find your setup. You can look it over. It's usually not an instant decision.
No, you can even hang out in the trade for a bit too, because it's not going to move that fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you want to get flat, you can get flat. I mean,
yeah.
Okay, well, back under 600.
76 last trade. Yeah, back under 600s here. Holding that New York session VWAP at 590s for now. 25,599 last trade in the NASDAQ. Nothing done there in the house, right, Dolby?
No. Nice little 1 minute range.
Flat across the board.
Range.
Aaron, would you look
I
for another
might
short up
wanna
here?
get short. I might look for short.
Yeah, when this failed, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I was like, I was close, I was almost in, and then I kind of was like, I'll wait. But certainly, it's feeding into my bias right now that this is not gonna continue upwards. I think if we get, sorry, I gotta kind of lean in here. My eyes are not as good as they used to be. 25.5. I think if we fail 25.580, like, I don't know. I think it loses its steam, and then we could retest down into those 30s again.
30s. How would you set up a short here? Just mark it right in.
Yeah, I mean, once 80, kind of like if I see 80s break, yeah. But again, I'm not going for a big number. I'd be going for like 20 points, 15 points, because the big move I feel is kind of done, right? I feel like if you got in pre-open, great, good for you. Congratulations. If you got in during that big drop, great. I think we're sort of done with the big move. At least that's my bias. So I'd be going for like 15 points, risk 30 to make 15, or risk 20 to make 15, kind of. But look, I've also grown into being much more conservative trading the NASDAQ, and I'm happy with making $200. So I'm very content. There used to be a big part of me that was very much, how much did I not make? Right?
That's a trap right there.
And I still get inklings of it where you're like, I could have made like $1,200 today. But I've done a creative job of letting that go and just being like, you know what? I made $200. I'm happy. Tomorrow maybe I'll do 400, but today is done, right?
That I do like that. I remember I was doing trading combines, and I was like, and I was in a similar mindset. I was trying to slow down. I was spending a lot of mental capital trying to take huge profits and getting chopped up. And then I was just like, you know what? Let's test the discipline. Let's just try to make $200 a day. And, if we have a winning day, let's try to make an extra $200 the following day. So you kind of like stair step your like daily take profits, 200, 400, 600, 800. And you can really build an account up that way because your risk is always going to be managed, trade like 2 to 1 or something. And it's also a good way to expose yourself to like higher P&Ls without getting like weird about it. Because I do feel that some traders, they want to make $10,000 a day, but they're not ready to make the $10,000 yet. Like they just mentally cannot handle seeing that much money on their screen. And so by slowly increasing sort of your high watermark, you can, temperature adjust your body to some higher P&Ls and get used to it. But, I don't think traders can just hop in right away and be like, yeah, I'm going to make $5,000. I don't think the mind can quite handle it, in my opinion, at least. What a sell-off here.
That muscle.
Wow, 70 points.
I think the day-to-day, and as we are going down now, right? And as the day-to-day, I think saying I'm going to make $10,000 every day is, for me at least, that's unrealistic, right? I do believe in myself. I can pick 1 or 2 $10,000 trades a month where I'm like, I know it's going down here. I'm very confident. This is the data I've built to believe it's going down. I'm willing to take a shot and get that 150 points on like 3 contracts or something, right?
Yeah.
But to think, I can do that every day, I think honestly to some level myself too, is that's ego. I'm like, no, I won't be able to do that. And so can I make a few $100s every day? I believe I can, up and down, but I believe overall of the month I can make a few $100s every day. And then a couple times a month you make $5-10 grand. And I mean, if you can do that, so that's how I'm looking at trading now. Make $5-10 grand, maybe once or twice a month, and then the rest are like small hits.
Yeah.
I mean, you make a good living doing that. You're very comfortable.
That's a lot of trading. It's just up 1, down 1, up 1, down 1, up 4, down 1, up 2, down 1. You try to, stair step your account balance higher. And I mean, even Braden's a good example of this. Like, okay, so he has a live funded account. I think his balance is somewhere around like 80K right now from what we saw in fast markets. And I think he took $2,000 winning day today, or $2,000 to $3,000, and that's only 0.025% of his entire account.
Yeah,
and that's $2,000.
Right.
Yeah. And that's something that like, and this is a little bit of this is because of trading, just the prop style too. Is like, I mean, even if you look at my account, right, I've got 2,100 in there right now. And I've taken a couple payouts. I mean, but I made $200. So I mean, that's 10%. I'm not a math whiz, but I mean, I made 10% on my account. Like that's pretty good.
Right.
You know? Like that's actually, and then I'm like, oh, I need more. You know, like,
Yeah.
of my account is a great day, right? So I think you're right. Step up your account, build your account slowly, and then if you can make even 2, 3, 4% of that account a day, you're doing great. Like you're really you're over the year you're doing amazing.
Beating the S&P, if you can do that, right, 4% a day. And you know, I think what it is everyone looks at the dollar amount, but that percentage is a function of your account size, right? If you look at it percentage wise, bigger account, that percentage just means that much more. We see it in the markets that we trade, right? Gold is twice what it was a year ago. So a 1% move in gold means a lot more than it did again a year ago. So great conversation here, really good conversation. Unfortunately, this segment goes too quick. We got group coaching coming up after this. We have a form pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you get your questions in there. Coach Robert, Hoop, and I had the schedule. Where did I put the schedule? Who's coming in for group coaching here?
Multiple tabs.
Yeah, right. I got like 16 tabs open right now. Robert and Hoop for group coaching. I think Gabe might be joining them. But I might have just thrown that in Gabe's play. I'm not really sure there. But get your questions in there for Coach Robert. And also, we have a 10-year auction coming up at the top of the hours, everyone. So just remember that has the potential to cause some volatility in the markets. So just watch out, top of the hour. Aaron, great trade, great talking to you, great conversation. Anything you got before we head out for the day?
No, just, I don't know. Look, if you love trading, keep trading. You know, I love it. I love trading. I love the markets. I love this, right? So if you love it, it'll get you through the bad days. So do it because you love it, right? Don't do it for the money.
Awesome
That's
stuff.
great advice.
Awesome stuff. Yes, it is. Dolby time, you're going to be coming back for Power Hour, so we'll see you in just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Power Hour and then some. You want more Dolby? You got more Dolby. This is Top Step TV. Group coaching coming up next. Let's go.
Click like, click subscribe. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
First reason why Top Step makes you a better trader is we have a support system and community here. You got to have that or it is a lonely journey by yourself. 2, because we are helping you improve, building things for you within the trading platform itself that helps you become a better trader. 3, simplicity of payout policies, simplicity of the program. 4 would be the resources we have, the funding we have, and all that just makes great things here at Top Step.
Peace.